Josh Green here for SecondsOut. Delighted to be joined by Nathan Heaney here in London. Fight announced. Brad Paul's rematch. Exciting times.
Yeah, it's a great fight. Obviously, a great card, fantastic card, in fact, and obviously it's a solid arena with going to be thousands of Stokies in there. So it's set to be an electric night.
When the rematch was put to you, was it an immediate yes from yourself? Because you thought you won the first fight. There wasn't necessarily a reason for you to take it.
There's no reason for me to take the fight, but to remove the Brad Paul's fight, the discussions before and in a lead up to that was going to be fighting Adamez potentially for the WC interim world title. So, but then when you go from that to then these other fighters, then I was given other names that probably be easier fights than Brad. But for me, it's my supporters that are paying money to see me and stuff, and so I couldn't justify those names for my guys, but I could justify Brad Paul's great fighter, and obviously he probably feels he's got the making of beating me next time.
How, when you hear what he thought about the first fight, and he thought he won it, you thought you've won it, we got the draw eventually. How does it make you feel when he thinks that he won that fight? Do you understand his point of view?
It is. Everyone's got opinions, haven't they? But what? There's two sides. Well, there's three sides to every story. Your side, their side, and the truth. And I know what the truth is. So it doesn't matter what anyone's opinion is.
Frank said to him after the fight that he would get that rematch, and he's obviously honoured that. How did the conversations go with you? Was it a simple decision?
Yeah, in terms of, simple decision in terms of when I was given a list of names, he was the best one out of them. So yeah, that was a simple decision. But yeah, so like I say, I was wanting to fight Adamez, so it's one of them. But we got a very good fight now that I have to completely switch on for, because obviously he wants to become the British champion. I am the reigning and defending British champion, and I want to keep it going and moving on now.
You talk about thousands of Stokies descending on Birmingham as they did last time. When you're making a fight and you're deciding who you want to fight, how much does it come into your mind knowing that you want a competitive fight and a fight that's going to excite the fans?
That's everything. Like, sick of the stage of my career I'm at now. I want these big, massive fights. I want big names. I want to create massive events, which my supporters create anyway. But obviously, by me winning certain titles and keep progressing, it sort of, I don't know, that's almost like a thank you to them supporting me. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, these big nights are very important.
The biggest night for you would, of course, be at the Bet365 and at Stoke City. Is that something that you feel is still within reach at the moment?
Yeah, that's within reach. Like, it would have already happened this year, like I say, if that draw hadn't so happened. But it's just now I've got to keep winning. I've got to keep winning, keep progressing, and then like I say, 2025, get that once in a lifetime event sorted at Stoke.
If you're going to fight at the stadium, it would need to be a huge fight. Is the Adamez fight, is that big enough, do you think? Or
I don't know. Chris Eubank will be definitely big enough for that. He's a pay-per-view fighter, so that would work in terms of being a pay-per-view event. I think people could get behind this in terms of like the general pop, because I'm just a normal person, you know what I mean? Like, so against Eubank, so could it work? It could work. But the most important thing right now is forgetting all about that. It's just completely focusing on this rematch, because if I lose that, then that's don't happen anyway.
I wanted to ask you about Chris Eubank. He's obviously Chris Eubank Jr. He's now obviously a free agent. He's not attached to a promotional company. Does that make a fight between you and him any easier down the line?
Potentially, but he just wants a load of money. So that's it. So like I say, the only way you're going to do something like that is at the ground and for a pay-per-view thing, because I can't see how we would get the money he thinks he needs without that.
How much of a promotional commodity do you think he is? Do you think he's as big as he thinks he is?
He probably is. Yeah, he probably is. It's his name. It works. If I was to announce me versus Chris Eubank, the stadium sells out. Like, so yeah, it's a commodity. Yeah. Do I think I think he's very tough. Do I think he's the best boxer? No. I think he's very, very good though. So yeah, it's one of them.
When we talk about Chris Eubank Jr., we speak about that world title eluding him. Taking your name out of the equation, do you think he wins a world title in his career? He's coming to a stage where it is do or die.
I don't think he could beat Janibek. Laura be very sharp. I mean, yeah, well, Laura, not Laura. I was thinking Adamez, but Laura knocked his guy out the other day. The one he'd have the chance against is possibly Laura, just for the age factor. But yeah.
I know you were speaking about it a little bit in your previous interview, but that middleweight division now is in a strong place. We've not got Golovkin anymore, but we've got Janowek, we've got Lara, we've got yourself coming up. Chris Eubank Jr. is still there. It's still a good collection of fighters at that world level.
Yeah, but the middleweight division is a very good division. Like domestically, there's some great fights there. Like say you got Hamza Shiraz, Felix Gasquet's Tyler Denny's coming up, and a few more as well. So yeah, it's very, very good. It's a tough division.
You've done a lot for boxing in Staffordshire and in Stoke. Is there anybody else coming through those ranks that you can sort of alert us to that we might be seeing on the big stages in time soon?
Some very good amateurs. You got Ansib Kushel, who's one of the own boys. You got Cam Levery, who's one of the own boys. You got Dan Stacey, Shay Johnston from the Orm as well. Oh, these are all from my gym. So these who else? Yeah, so there's some very good fighters there. Then obviously you got other lads in the area. Billy Winwood, Stoke Staffs, Josh Martin from Stoke Staffs. They're all good all good lads. I don't want to miss anyone else. Can't think of any others at this moment in time.
You're going to upset someone.
Yeah, I'm going to upset someone else. But then outside the area, Congleton, you've got a lad called Ransom Musa, and if he turns over, he's a very, very good fighter. So I think he could do very well. Just obviously getting the right manager, getting the right setup, and just taking off.
For you, was it always a case of training while staying in Stoke, or did you ever consider looking outside that and moving on to another trainer?
I'm very lucky that I've got one of the best coaches in the country in Stoke anyway. So I never had to. But no, I'd always stay in Stoke. I wouldn't need to move outside. Like it's I love my city, so I don't want to move away. To be fair, so it's just one of them. It's just easier for me. Even when I used to box at the Rotunda in Liverpool, I used to drive every day. I didn't live in Liverpool. I drove every day. I'd drive there, train. I'd drive back at 10 o'clock at night, and it's yeah.
Final thing from me, July 20th. What happens? Yourself against Brad Pauls too.
Yeah, just do what needs to be done. Well, I was doing well in the first fight, to be fair, but just do what I need to do and have my hand raised as the winner this time and not draw.
Good man. Cheers for your time, Nathan. Cheers.